Have you ever pondered what it truly means to walk with God? Imagine embarking on a journey, not of physical paths, but of spiritual communion, where every step brings you closer to the divine. This profound walk is not a concept reserved for the annals of history or the pages of sacred texts. It is an invitation extended to each of us, echoing through the ages. In today's exploration, we delve into the enigmatic figure of Enoch, a man whose life was a testament to the extraordinary nature of walking intimately with God. Enoch's story, as depicted in the book of Genesis, is not only a narrative of faith, but a beacon of hope, showing us the possibilities that await when we truly align our lives with the divine. What distinguished Enoch was not his prowess or his achievements, as history often celebrates, but his unwavering commitment to maintaining a heart-to-heart companionship with God. It was this consistent, devoted walk that led to a unique, supernatural event in his life. God took him away. Unlike his contemporaries, Enoch did not experience death as we know it. Instead, he was embraced into the divine presence, an act that speaks volumes about the depth of his relationship with God. This miraculous occurrence in Enoch's life raises an intriguing question. Is such intimacy with God an exclusive privilege of select individuals, or is it a possibility accessible to all believers? The answer lies not in the extraordinary nature of Enoch, but in the ordinary longing of every human heart to connect deeply with its Creator. The intimacy with God, as exemplified by Enoch, is a universal invitation, extended to all who seek to build a deep, meaningful relationship with the Almighty. Contrary to the notion that God shows favoritism, Scripture reveals a God who is approachable, loving, and eager to engage with each of his creations on a personal level. Building this intimate relationship with God requires more than just ritualistic practices or superficial adherence to religious norms. It calls for a genuine acknowledgement of God's identity, a steadfast faith in his promises, and a willingness to follow his guidance, even when it contradicts the alluring alternatives presented by the world. The journey towards intimacy with God begins with understanding his nature and his desires for humanity. It is about recognizing his voice, discerning his will, and aligning our actions with his plans. As we delve deeper into this relationship, we begin to experience the profound spiritual depth that Enoch discovered, a relationship characterized by trust, devotion, and an unshakable belief in God's sovereignty. Enoch's life serves as a powerful illustration that walking closely with God is not merely about religious observance, but about transforming our entire being. It is about allowing our hearts and minds to be shaped by his presence, leading to a life that is rich in spiritual insights, divine revelations, and a deeper understanding of the mysteries of the divine. In delving deeper into the narrative of Enoch, we uncover the essence of a life deeply intertwined with the divine. This extraordinary walk with God is not merely a historical account. It is a profound illustration of the transformative power of divine intimacy. Enoch's journey with God was characterized by unwavering faith and an unshakable commitment to walking in his ways. This steadfast dedication led to supernatural experiences and revelations, marking Enoch's life as a beacon of spiritual depth and divine favor. The implications of such a close relationship with God are far-reaching. For Enoch, it meant being enveloped in God's care, safeguarded from the trials and tribulations of earthly life. His walk with God transcended the physical realm, allowing him access to heavenly wisdom and insights. This profound connection with the divine realm granted Enoch a unique perspective on life, one that was rooted in eternal truths and guided by divine revelation. But what does Enoch's experience mean for us today? It serves as a reminder that our relationship with God is not limited to religious rituals or occasional spiritual practices. Instead, it is about cultivating a continuous heart-to-heart communion with our Creator. It is about allowing God to guide our thoughts, actions, and decisions, aligning our lives with His will and purpose. This deep intimacy with God is not a privilege reserved for a select few. It is an opportunity available to every believer. It requires us to seek God earnestly, to invest time and effort into building a relationship with Him. It calls for a life of faith, marked by trust in God's promises and obedience to His commands. As we embark on this journey of intimacy with God, we too can experience the profound spiritual depths that Enoch discovered, finding solace, guidance, and revelation in our walk with the Almighty. Moreover, walking closely with God has the power to transform our lives. It shapes our character, molds our values, and influences our interactions with others. It brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment, aligning our desires with God's plan and leading us to live lives that reflect His glory and goodness. In this walk, we find the true essence of our being, discovering the joy and peace that come from a deep, personal relationship with God. As we contemplate the life of Enoch and his unparalleled intimacy with God, we are drawn to reflect on the innate human desire for deep, spiritually satisfying relationships. This yearning, embedded in our very nature, stems from being created in the image of God. It echoes through the corridors of history, finding its first expression in the pristine relationship between humans and God in the Garden of Eden. Here, in the unblemished communion of Adam and Eve with their Creator, we glimpse the archetype of true intimacy, a relationship untainted by sin, grounded in love and mutual understanding. This intrinsic desire for closeness with God is not confined to ancient narratives or mystical experiences. It is a present and pressing reality in the heart of every individual. In a world replete with distractions and superficial connections, the story of Enoch stands as a clarion call to rediscover the essence of our spiritual quest. It invites us to embark on a journey of heart-to-heart communion with God, seeking a relationship that transcends the mundane and elevates our existence to a higher plane. The pursuit of intimacy with God, however, is not without its challenges. It demands a conscious effort to rise above the noise and chaos of everyday life, to prioritize our spiritual growth and development. It requires us to cultivate a lifestyle of prayer, meditation, and reflection, seeking God's presence in the quiet moments of our lives. As we engage in this pursuit, we begin to experience a transformation in our hearts and minds. Our values shift, our perspectives broaden, and our priorities align with God's purposes. The journey toward divine intimacy is a path of continual growth and discovery. It offers practical lessons and insights for our daily lives, providing guidance and wisdom for the trials and tribulations we face. As we walk with God, we gain a deeper understanding of His character and His desires for us. We learn to trust in His providence, to rely on His strength, and to find solace in His love. This journey is not a solitary endeavor. It is a shared experience, enriched by the fellowship of believers and the collective pursuit of a deeper relationship with God. The life of Enoch serves as a powerful reminder of the fulfillment and joy that come from walking closely with God. It challenges us to seek a relationship with our Creator that is deep, authentic, and life-changing. As we strive to emulate the faith and devotion of Enoch, we too can experience the extraordinary outcomes of a life lived in intimate communion with God. The narrative of Enoch's exceptional walk with God brings us to a pivotal realization. Our pursuit of intimacy with the divine is not merely a spiritual exercise. It is a journey that profoundly impacts every aspect of our human experience. This quest for divine closeness goes beyond the confines of religious observance. It permeates our thoughts, our actions, and our relationships, transforming us from within. In exploring this intimate relationship, we are reminded of the inherent human longing for connection and purpose. Our souls yearn for something greater than the fleeting pleasures and transient joys of this world. This yearning is a reflection of our creation in God's image, a reminder that our ultimate fulfillment lies in communion with our Creator. The story of Enoch exemplifies this truth, revealing that our deepest desires are met not in worldly achievements or accolades, but in the richness of a life lived in harmony with God. As we seek this intimacy with God, we are invited to explore the depths of our own hearts, to confront our fears, our doubts, and our insecurities. This journey is not without its trials and challenges. It requires us to surrender our egos, to let go of our preconceived notions, and to embrace vulnerability. Yet, it is in this process of surrender and trust that we discover the true essence of intimacy with God. It is here, in the quiet surrender of our hearts, that we encounter God's unconditional love, His boundless grace, and His infinite wisdom. The impact of this divine intimacy extends beyond our personal spiritual growth. It influences the way we interact with others, the compassion we show, and the love we extend. Our walk with God becomes a beacon of hope and a source of inspiration to those around us, reflecting the transformative power of divine love. In this journey, we find ourselves becoming more empathetic, more understanding, and more aligned with God's desire for justice, peace, and harmony in the world. Ultimately, the pursuit of intimacy with God is a lifelong endeavor, a journey that continuously evolves and deepens. It is a path marked by moments of joy and times of struggle, of revelation and introspection. As we follow in the footsteps of Enoch, walking closely with God, we open ourselves to a world of spiritual discovery, where every step brings us closer to understanding the mysteries of the divine and the purpose of our existence. As we reflect on the journey of Enoch and the profound lessons we can draw from his walk with God, I invite each of you to pause and consider your own relationship with the divine. Have you experienced the deep intimacy with God that Enoch did? What does walking closely with God look like in your life? Now, I turn to you, our valued viewers. If this message has touched your heart, if it has sparked a desire within you to seek a deeper, more meaningful walk with God, I encourage you to respond. Share your thoughts, your experiences, and your aspirations in the comments below. Let's create a community of believers who support and inspire each other on this journey of faith. And if you find yourself moved by these reflections, if you feel a stirring in your soul, I ask you to express that. Comment Amen as a symbol of your agreement, your faith, and your commitment to walking closer with God. Furthermore, if you believe this message can inspire and encourage others, please share this video. Spread the word so that more people might be inspired to explore their own relationship with God, just as Enoch did. Lastly, if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be joining a community committed to spiritual growth and discovery. And don't forget to give this video a like. It helps us reach more people and continue to provide content that uplifts, educates, and inspires. Thank you for spending this time with us, for exploring the hidden teachings of the Bible, and for considering the life and legacy of Enoch. May your walk with God be a journey of profound intimacy, transformation, and joy.